Hey everyone, welcome back to English Vision, the podcast. I'm Sofia, and today we're diving into something that can transform the way you speak English. It's called shadowing English speaking practice. If you've ever felt stuck while speaking or struggled to find the right words, then this video is for you. And I promise by the end of today's session, you'll have a simple, powerful method to sound more fluent. So, what is shadowing? Shadowing is a technique where you listen to native speakers and immediately repeat what they say, almost like you're echoing them. But the magic is in copying, not just the words, but the rhythm, the intonation, and the energy of their voice. It might sound easy, but if you're new to it, it can feel tricky at first, and that's completely normal. Don't worry about mistakes. The goal is to train your ear, your mouth, and your brain to work together in English. Here's a little secret. Most learners focus too much on grammar or vocabulary and forget the most important part of speaking, which is fluency and natural rhythm. Shadowing fixes that because your brain starts thinking in English while your mouth follows, creating a natural flow. Let's break it down step by step so you can start practicing immediately, even if you only have 10 minutes a day. First, choose a short audio clip or video in English, ideally a conversation or podcast snippet, around 30 seconds to 1 minute. Next, listen to it all the way through without repeating. Just get the feel of the words, the pauses, and the tone. Don't worry about understanding every single word, just focus on the sound of the English. Then, it's time to shadow. Play the clip again. And this time, speak along with the speaker, trying to match their speed, their pronunciation, and their intonation. Even if you can't keep up at first, that's perfectly fine. Keep going, and your brain and mouth will adapt. A quick tip: start slowly if you need to. You can pause after each sentence, repeat it out loud, and then move to the next one. Gradually, you'll notice you don't need the pause anymore, and your speech will start flowing naturally. Shadowing isn't just about pronunciation, it also improves listening comprehension, boosts confidence, and trains you to respond faster in real conversations. Imagine having that natural rhythm, like a native speaker. How amazing would that feel? Before we continue, I want you to remember something very important. Consistency is key. Shadowing works best when you do it daily, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes. Don't worry about perfection. The goal is progress, not perfection. Every time you practice, your brain is rewiring itself to think and speak in English naturally. Now, let's talk about choosing the right material for shadowing. Start with something you enjoy, maybe a short podcast clip, a YouTube video, or even a scene from your favorite English TV show. The key is to pick something that's interesting, because if you enjoy it, you'll naturally repeat it more times, and that repetition is what builds fluency. Next, focus on intonation and stress. English is not just about words, it's about the music of the language, the rise and fall of your voice, the emphasis on certain words. When you shadow, try to match not just what they say, but how they say it. This trains your mouth and ears together and helps you sound much more natural when speaking with others. A common mistake beginners make is shadowing too fast, trying to repeat every word perfectly, and getting frustrated when they can't keep up. Here's the better approach: start slow, even half the speed of the original audio, and gradually increase as your confidence grows. It's like building a muscle, step by step. Another tip: record yourself while shadowing and listen back. This will help you notice mistakes you didn't realize and track your progress over time. Shadowing also improves vocabulary naturally because as you repeat sentences, you start remembering words in context instead of memorizing isolated words that are hard to use in real conversation. You'll notice after a few weeks of practice, your listening skills improve dramatically. You start understanding faster, and speaking becomes easier and more automatic. Now, let's make this practical. I'll guide you through a mini shadowing session right here, so you can follow along and practice with me. Imagine I say hello. How are you doing today? Your job is to repeat it immediately, copying the rhythm, tone, and speed as closely as possible. Don't worry if you stumble, just keep repeating, and slowly you'll notice your voice starting to match the natural flow. Next sentence: I'm really excited to practice English with you today. Shadow it, feel the words in your mouth, and say them out loud exactly like I said them. The beauty of shadowing is, after practicing like this regularly, your brain will automatically start thinking in English. Your sentences will flow more smoothly, and speaking will feel natural and confident. Another important tip: don't just shadow words, shadow expressions and emotions as well. English is full of natural expressions, and using the right emotion makes you sound real and confident. For example, if someone says, I can't believe it, notice the excitement, the surprise, and try to match it in your voice. This makes your speech sound alive, not robotic. Shadowing also helps with connected speech. In English, native speakers often link words together, like, what are you going to do? Sounding more like, what you gonna do. When you shadow, your ears start noticing these patterns, and your mouth learns to produce them naturally. This is a game changer for fluency. It's normal to feel a little awkward at first, especially if you're practicing alone, but the more you do it, the more comfortable it becomes. Don't forget to use gestures and facial expressions while shadowing. It might sound strange, but it helps your brain connect the words with emotions, making your speech more natural. Another tip: practice shadowing in short bursts throughout the day, not just in long sessions, even 5 minutes at a time. Repeat it consistently can make a huge difference. Also, try different accents and speakers. Listen to American, British, or Australian English and shadow them. This trains your ears to understand different pronunciations and makes you more flexible in real conversations. If you want to take it to the next level, try shadowing without looking at the transcript. Listen carefully, repeat what you hear, and rely on your ears instead of reading along. This improves listening and speaking together. You can also combine shadowing with role playing. Pick a dialogue, shadow it, and then imagine responding in your own words, keeping the same rhythm and tone. This prepares you for real life conversations. Remember, it's not about speaking perfectly, it's about sounding natural and confident. Every mistake is part of the learning process, so don't be afraid to make them. Let's do another mini practice together. I'll say, I'm so happy we can practice English today. Repeat after me, copying the tone, speed, and feeling of excitement. Next one: shadowing helps me speak English fluently and confidently. Say it out loud, don't rush, and really feel the words in your mouth. Over time, these small shadowing exercises add up, and you'll notice a huge difference in your fluency, confidence, and even your vocabulary usage. The most exciting part is that once you practice consistently, English starts to feel natural, almost like a second skin, and you won't have to translate in your head anymore. Consistency is everything. Even if you practice just a few minutes every day, your brain is learning without you even realizing it. Shadowing is like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger your speaking and listening skills become. Another tip: don't just repeat, listen actively. Pay attention to how words are connected, where the stress falls, and how emotions are expressed. Active listening while shadowing trains your brain to recognize English patterns. And that's exactly what makes native speakers sound natural. If you feel stuck, start with short phrases rather than full sentences. Repeat them slowly and gradually build up to longer sentences. It's also helpful to use subtitles or transcripts at first so you know what is being said, but try to rely less on them over time. Your goal is to hear and speak naturally. Shadowing can also help you with confidence in real conversations. When you practice speaking along with native speakers, your brain learns how to respond quickly without hesitation. Imagine being in a conversation and your words just flow. without translating from your native language. That's the power of shadowing. Another tip: record your shadowing sessions and compare them over time. You'll be amazed at how much you improve in just a few weeks. Try to vary the content you shadow. Listen to casual conversations, news clips, storytelling, or interviews. Each type improves different aspects of your English. Casual conversations help with natural speaking. News clips improve pronunciation and formal language. Storytelling helps with intonation and emotion. And interviews teach question and answer patterns. Shadowing also helps you think in English. When you repeat sentences quickly, your brain starts forming thoughts directly in English, instead of translating from your native language. A small but powerful tip: try to mirror the speaker's energy. If they sound excited, be excited. If they sound calm, be calm. This creates more natural and expressive speech. It's also okay to pause and repeat tricky sentences multiple times. The goal is mastery, not speed. Remember, your shadowing practice doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is regular repetition and paying attention to rhythm, stress, and pronunciation. Let's do another mini session together. Repeat after me. I am improving my English every day. Feel the rhythm, match the tone, and say it out loud. Next sentence: shadowing makes speaking English easier and more natural. Keep going, even if it feels challenging at first, because every repetition is progress. Over time, your confidence grows, your fluency improves, and speaking English feels effortless. Shadowing also helps you notice small details in pronunciation, like vowel sounds, endings, and contractions. These tiny details make a huge difference in how natural you sound. For example, I am going to often becomes I'm gonna in natural English. When you shadow, your ears start picking up these patterns automatically. It's okay if you can't keep up perfectly at first. The goal is to gradually improve, and your fluency will grow step by step. Another tip: practice intonation patterns by emphasizing key words, just like native speakers do. English has a musical rhythm, and copying it makes you sound much more confident. Shadowing isn't just for speaking, it improves your listening skills too. As you listen carefully to repeat sentences, your brain gets better at understanding English naturally. A great exercise is to shadow with your favorite podcasts or videos. Choose something engaging, because when you enjoy it, repetition becomes fun rather than boring. Don't forget to mix up your practice. Try repeating after different speakers with different accents, speeds, and emotions. This trains your brain to adapt to real life conversations. A simple rule is to shadow daily, even if it's just a few minutes. Regular practice beats long, irregular sessions every time. Also, combine shadowing with reading aloud sometimes. Pick a short paragraph, read it first, and then shadow it by listening to a native speaker. This reinforces pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency. Let's do a mini practice together. Repeat after me. English is fun when I practice every day. Feel the flow, match the tone, and say it out loud. Next sentence: shadowing helps me understand native speakers better. Repeat, don't rush, and focus on rhythm and stress. Over time, your brain starts thinking in English automatically. You'll notice conversations feel easier, and your responses become faster. A pro tip: practice shadowing in different environments. Try at home, on the bus, or even in a park. The more you practice, the more natural English becomes in any situation. Another tip: use shadowing to learn new phrases and expressions. When you repeat natural sentences, you automatically remember vocabulary in context. Remember, the key is consistency, repetition, and active listening. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every error is a step toward improvement. Try to make shadowing a daily habit, even 5-10 minutes per day. Practice regularly can make a huge difference over a few weeks. Shadowing also builds confidence in speaking, because your brain and mouth are trained to work together, making you more comfortable in real conversations. Let's do another quick practice. Repeat after me. I enjoy practicing English every day. Feel the rhythm, copy the intonation, and say it out loud. Next sentence. Every day I get better at speaking English fluently. Shadow it. Focus on pronunciation and flow, and keep practicing consistently. Shadowing also trains your ear to catch natural pauses in English, which is something many learners struggle with. When you match these pauses, your speech sounds smoother and more native like. It's important to focus on clarity first, then speed. Start slowly, making sure your pronunciation is correct, then gradually increase your pace. Another tip: pay attention to linking sounds in English. For example, I want to go often sounds like I wanna go. Shadowing helps you naturally pick up these patterns. Try to mimic the speaker's emotions. English is not just words, it's feelings and expressions. Copy excitement, curiosity, and emphasis, and your speech will sound more alive. Shadowing also improves your listening speed. As you practice regularly, you'll notice you can understand faster and conversations will feel much easier. It's normal to feel awkward at first. Speaking along with someone else takes time, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. A helpful technique is to shadow in short bursts throughout the day instead of one long session. Even 5 minutes several times a day can make a huge difference. Don't forget to record yourself. Listening back allows you to notice mistakes and track progress over time. You'll be surprised how much you improve in just a few weeks. Another tip: try shadowing with different types of English content. Listen to casual conversations, news clips, interviews, or storytelling. Each type teaches different skills. Casual conversations help with natural speech. News clips improve formal English. Interviews train question and answer responses, and storytelling improves intonation and emotion. Shadowing is also great for learning new vocabulary and context. Repeating sentences helps you remember words naturally instead of memorizing isolated words that are hard to use. Remember, the key is repetition, active listening, and daily practice. Mistakes are part of learning, and every time you practice, you improve a little more. Let's do another mini session. Repeat after me. Shadowing makes my English speaking more natural. Copy the tone, speed, and feeling of the words. Next sentence: I enjoy practicing English every day and improving step by step. Shadow it, don't rush, and focus on rhythm and clarity. Over time, your brain starts thinking in English naturally without translating from your native language, making conversation much faster and smoother. A small tip: use gestures or facial expressions while shadowing. It helps your brain connect the words with feelings and makes your speech sound more confident and natural. Shadowing can also be fun, especially when you pick topics you love. When you enjoy what you're shadowing, repetition becomes easy and exciting. Shadowing also improves your confidence in speaking aloud. The more you hear yourself speak naturally, the less nervous you'll feel in real conversations. Another tip: practice shadowing in front of a mirror. Watching yourself helps you notice mouth movements, facial expressions, and body language. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and every repetition brings improvement. A great way to make shadowing effective is to combine listening, speaking, and thinking. Listen carefully, repeat out loud, and try to understand the meaning without translating. Shadowing also helps you get used to different English accents: American, British, Australian, even Irish or Canadian English. Practicing with variety makes you more adaptable in real life conversations. Another tip: slow down at first if needed. Focus on clear pronunciation, then gradually increase your speed as you feel more confident. You can also shadow in small chunks. Take one sentence or phrase at a time, repeat it several times, then move to the next. This helps you master rhythm and intonation. Remember, shadowing is not just about copying words, it's about copying the rhythm, intonation, and energy of native speakers. Here's another tip: listen multiple times before repeating. First, just listen, then shadow, and finally repeat without looking at a transcript. This strengthens your listening and speaking together. Shadowing also helps you learn natural sentence endings. English often drops sounds or links words, and shadowing teaches your mouth to produce these patterns automatically. Let's do a mini session together. Repeat after me. I feel more confident speaking English every day. Copy the tone, speed, and rhythm. Next sentence. Shadowing helps me speak fluently and understand native speakers better. Say it out loud, don't rush, and feel the flow of the words. A small tip: use shadowing as a warm up before speaking with others. Just 5 minutes can prepare your brain and mouth to speak more naturally. Shadowing is also great for retaining new vocabulary. Repeating words and phrases in context helps you remember them without memorizing. Another tip: practice shadowing in different moods. Copy excitement, curiosity, or calmness to make your English sound more expressive and natural. Consistency is key. Even short daily sessions build fluency over time, and soon you'll notice conversations becoming easier and faster. Finally, remember that shadowing is a fun and creative way to learn English. Enjoy the process, pick content you love, and celebrate small progress every day. Now, let's talk about how to track your progress while shadowing. Recording yourself regularly is a simple way to hear improvements over time and notice areas for growth. Another tip: set small, achievable goals. For example, practice shadowing one short clip perfectly, or focus on a few new phrases each day. Small wins keep you motivated. Shadowing also helps with memory retention. When you repeat phrases over and over, your brain remembers them naturally, and you start using them automatically in conversation. Don't forget, it's important to stay relaxed while shadowing. Tension in your mouth or shoulders can make speech sound unnatural, so take a deep breath and stay calm. Another tip: try shadowing with subtitles at first if you need them, then gradually remove them as you get better. This helps train your listening skills more effectively. Shadowing can also help you improve your pronunciation of tricky words. Repeat words you struggle with multiple times, copying the exact sound and stress of the native speaker. A fun exercise is to shadow along with dialogues. Pretend you are part of the conversation. Respond in your own words, but keep the same rhythm and tone. Remember, the key is active engagement. Don't just say the words, feel them, and understand how native speakers use them. Let's try a mini practice together. Repeat after me. I am enjoying my English practice every day. Copy the speed, tone, and natural pauses. Next sentence: shadowing makes my speaking more fluent and confident. Don't rush and focus on sounding natural. Another tip: shadow different topics to expand your vocabulary. Try everyday conversations, work related phrases, storytelling, or interviews. Each type trains a different skill. Shadowing also helps you think in English. After practicing for a while, you'll notice your brain forming sentences directly in English without translating from your native language. A small but powerful tip: mirror the speaker's energy. Excitement, calmness, curiosity, copy, and energy makes your English sound more alive. It's normal to feel a little awkward at first, but keep going because every time you practice, your fluency improves and speaking becomes easier. Another helpful trick: pause and repeat tricky sentences multiple times. Focus on rhythm and intonation rather than trying to rush through them. Shadowing is also a great way to prepare for real life conversations. Your brain and mouth are trained together, making you more confident and responsive. Remember, small, consistent practice every day beats long, irregular sessions. Even 5-10 minutes daily can make a huge difference over a few weeks. Finally, enjoy the process. Shadowing is fun, creative, and one of the most effective ways to speak English fluently and confidently. Now, let's talk about how to make shadowing a daily habit. The easiest way is to schedule a short session at the same time every day, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes. Consistency is more important than length because regular practice rewires your brain to think in English naturally. Another tip: choose content that motivates and excites you. Podcasts, YouTube videos, TV shows, or even songs. When you enjoy the content, shadowing feels fun and effortless. Shadowing also helps you catch mistakes early. By listening carefully and repeating out loud, you'll notice words, sounds, or phrases that don't sound right and correct them immediately. It's important to stay patient. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, but with daily shadowing, you'll notice steady improvement week by week. Another tip: use gestures, facial expressions, and body language while shadowing. It helps your brain link words with feelings, making your English sound more natural and confident. Shadowing is also a great way to practice thinking in English. After repeated practice, your brain will start forming sentences automatically, without translating from your native language. Let's do another mini session together. Repeat after me. Every day, my English speaking becomes more fluent and natural. Feel the rhythm, copy the intonation, and say it out loud. Next sentence. Shadowing is fun, effective, and helps me gain confidence in English. Repeat, match the speed and natural pauses of a native speaker. A tip for advanced practice: shadow without looking at subtitles. Listen carefully, repeat immediately, and rely only on your ears. This trains listening and speaking simultaneously. Shadowing also teaches natural connected speech. English words often link together, like what do you want to do, sounding like what do you want to do? Practicing these patterns makes you sound much more fluent. Another tip: mix up your shadowing content. Listen to casual conversations, interviews, news clips, storytelling, or even motivational speeches. Each type improves different skills. Remember, the key is practice, patience, and persistence. Even small daily sessions add up over time, and you'll notice a huge difference in your fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. Let's do a final mini session. Repeat after me. Shadowing English every day helps me speak naturally and confidently. Copy the tone, speed, and rhythm, and feel the words in your mouth. Next sentence. With shadowing, listening, repeating, and practicing, I can improve my English faster than ever. Say it out loud. Don't rush and enjoy the process. Finally, remember that shadowing is a powerful tool. It trains your listening, speaking, pronunciation, and fluency simultaneously. It's fun, creative, and extremely effective when done consistently. So start today, even for just 5 minutes, and make shadowing a daily habit. Your English will improve steadily, and you'll gain confidence in speaking anytime, anywhere. Thank you for joining me today on English Vision, the podcast. Don't forget to practice daily, enjoy the process, and subscribe for more tips and techniques to speak English fluently. Stay tuned for the next video coming yesterday and keep improving your English every day. Before we finish, remember that shadowing is not just a technique, it's a habit that can completely transform your English speaking skills. Every day you spend shadowing, even just a few minutes, your fluency, confidence, and pronunciation get stronger. Don't get discouraged if progress feels slow at first. Every repetition counts, and small improvements add up to big results over time. Another tip: combine shadowing with listening and speaking practice. Speak to yourself, talk to friends in English, or even repeat sentences from your shadowing exercises in real life. Shadowing also teaches you how to express emotion naturally. English isn't just about words, it's about feelings, tone, and rhythm, and shadowing trains all of them together. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. Mistakes are normal, and every time you practice, you are one step closer to speaking confidently. Let's do one final practice together. Repeat after me. I am confident speaking English every day. Copy the tone, speed, and emotion of the sentence. Next sentence. Shadowing helps me think in English and speak fluently without hesitation. Say it out loud. Don't rush and enjoy the rhythm of natural English. Now, I want to remind you why subscribing to English Vision, the podcast, is so important. By subscribing, you'll get consistent tips, techniques, and practice exercises to improve your English every day, just like this shadowing session. Subscribing also keeps you updated so you never miss new strategies to speak English confidently and learn in a fun, practical way. If you want to speak English fluently, improve your listening skills, and gain confidence in real conversations, subscribing to English Vision the podcast is your first step. And here's the exciting part. Our next video is already coming yesterday. You'll learn even more tips and techniques to improve your English speaking, so make sure you stay tuned and don't miss it. Remember, shadowing is a simple habit, but when done consistently, it changes everything about the way you speak English. Even just 5-10 minutes a day, practiced regularly, can give you more confidence, better pronunciation, and faster speaking skills. So start today, choose a short clip, listen carefully, repeat aloud, and enjoy the process. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Vision the podcast. Your dedication to learning English is inspiring, and I can't wait to see your progress. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep practicing every day because your English fluency is just a habit away. Stay tuned for the next video coming yesterday, and I promise it will bring more exciting ways to speak English confidently and naturally. Thank you for watching. Keep shadowing, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.